Boo. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Digger with the W, and Beardless, and Veldak, and Major, and like 'em. Look at all y'all. I'm freshly shorn. Yeah, baby. I got after myself with the clippers and a razor yesterday. You need to do that? Boing. Check my profile pic. I believe your profile pic's got a bald head and a beard. At least for the top part. Beard is staying. Yeah, I think Lycum and Veldak are twins. Cyclo's bald. Cyclo is just bald by choice. Cyclo, you can see my hairline. I mean, Cyclo chooses to knock it down with a pair of snippers because he's lazy and doesn't want to do anything with it. Looks cool. Bald by choice. That's right. I like to keep her knocked down. I have for decades. There's a lot of people that wish they had a good head of hair. I've got one. Now, it used to be really pretty. I had some like near black hair, and now it's mostly gray. Bald by choice since COVID. Nice. Yeah, I've been doing mine for ever. When I was a young lad, I would like high school. I did the flat top. Had my good buddy Wayne, may he rest in peace, old dude barber that I used to go to. He did a high and tight like nobody's business, and would then shave all around the edges with the straight razor and hot shaving cream. It was amazing. Used to have a fashionable comb over thing. Yeah, he would do that, and then I got older and married and was too broke to pay for getting haircuts, so I went and bought a pair of clippers. And yeah, I'm gonna say the better part of 30 years I've been cutting my hair, my own hair. There's been a few times where I've let it go. COVID, I let it go for about a year and a half. But speak up, I can't hear you over the ad. What? It's Purdy. Thanks, Dave. Welcome in, guys. Happy Monday. Nom nom. Like 'em. How come I don't have any sounds?
Thank you, Lycam,
There it
for the
is.
tier 1 gift sub to Sammy G63.
Like 'em. You're a peach. You're a peach. It's no bra day today. No bra for Veldak. Let him go, man. Just let him hang. Swing about. Swing about. I like titties. Check it. Great plup. Welcome in. Morning. It's Indigenous Peoples Day here because I choose to say it that way. Difference between a bad and a good haircut is 10 days. Then it grows back. That's right. Have no bra day every day, as you probably should, Sammy. Oh, Veldak. Wikipedia no bra day. Whoop. Whoop. Damn it, Veldak. You were a naughty, naughty boy. Bad Veldak. Here, let's do this. No bra day. Welcome in. Happy Monday. I hope your weekend was fantastic. My weekend was spent playing stationeers mostly until last night. Last night, I got a wild hair. This is Phil Deck with these man titties. Oh. Take that, he says. You smacked him, and Veldak's over there with his tongue out. You're not a satisfactory kick for some reason, or I guess you're on a satisfactory kick for some reason. I was this close to playing satisfactory last night. Yeah. I gallivanted around the Puget Sound all weekend and wore a fucking hoodie. Awesome. Yeah, it was proper Pacific Northwest up here this weekend. We had like 50 degrees and rain, and this morning it's 41. I had to get out and go get me some coffee because it was out, and yeah, it was glorious. Nice. So yeah, I played stationeers all weekend, and then other than Trackmania, every day at like 10 o'clock is Trackmania. I have to take some time to smash my nuts in a vise. That's important. But then after that, stationeers. Last night, it was after dinner, after the football game, and my wife was watching a movie, so I came in here and sat down, and I was like, I want to play something different. So I was going through all the games in my list, and I almost played Satisfactory. I almost played it. And I decided not to because I figured I'm gonna get hung up in this, and I'm gonna be there for hours. So instead, what did I do? I started a new Minecraft playthrough. Heresy. So yeah, I started a new Minecraft playthrough on the latest version, and they've done things since I've last played on vanilla. It's good. How much of the Mariners game did you watch? All 15 fucking innings? Well, I did watch the Mariners game over the weekend. I say watch. I caught it towards the end of the regulation, and then watched/listened to the remainder of it to the 15th inning whenever they finally won and got into the ALDS. Or ALCS, sorry. Listened. So much for not being in for hours, yes. Yeah. Now, what I did is I gave myself an out. I started a hardcore vanilla Minecraft playthrough, and I just ran around for about 2 hours. And now I didn't die. I still have it going, but I didn't. That's it. That was it. Copper tools and armor. I had so much copper saved up. I'll have tools for days. Nice. They won last night. Got to watch it all on the plane. Yes, they did win last night. Won the first game of the championship series stuff against the Toronto Blue Jays. Only need 3 more. And tonight the Dodgers play somebody. I don't know. Love hardcore so much more intensity and satisfaction from progress. Yeah, I like it. It's honestly, I'm about this close to starting over in stationeers with a hardcore mindset. Do like brutal start and do a self-imposed hardcore where if I die, that's it. The game's over. That's right. They play the Brewers, which would be cool if the Brewers and the Mariners get into the World Series, because neither of those teams have ever won a World Series. So a 75-year-old neighbor asked me for help today with his wireless headset. Fuck the Dodgers. I like the Dodgers fine. I think I don't know. I got a soft spot in my heart for Ohtani. He told me he just reads news, listens to music, and watches naked girls. They won last year, though. Yeah, he's a beast. They won last year, so you got to spread it around. Did you put a bra on first before you helped the old man? Or did you go over and smack him with your man titties and did he get excited? Give him a heart attack like that. Need a headset to watch girls? It's important to get that first person. You got to be able to hear, man. I helped him to pair his wireless headset with his laptop. You got to hear them titties. Beardless, you claim to be a Dane, but I am certain that you're from Georgia. You got to be from Georgia. Got to hear them titties. Oh, shit. Oh. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to open this up. So, to be fair, user manual was a puzzle to decipher. I will say, this headset, Logitech G435, it's fantastic. I love this headset. It's super light. Doesn't pinch your head. It feels light on your head. I don't end up with like weird shit on top of my head, you know, as far as like the band wearing in my skull. But because of the way they have two different protocols that you can connect with. You can connect with Bluetooth or their light speed, I think it's called, which is their own protocol. And the light speed works great with the fob. I got it stuck in my computer right up here. You can't see that, but it works fine. But every once in a while, it'll do something weird, and then you have to basically like stand on your head in the corner and hold your mouth just right while you spin around in circles to get it to do what it's supposed to do to connect. And that's challenging. Would be for an old dude. I think he'd have every bit of it except for the spinning around in circles part, you know? Work headset connects to both PC and phone. Whenever it talks in the phone, I can't pause videos on the PC. It keeps on pausing by itself. You're going to have to get you a better headset. You're going to have to break that one. It's time for work to get you a new one. Just flat out tell them, say, hey, I know you're giving all the good shit to those polls. I want a new headset. This is important. Gotta have one. Gotta have one. Oh, the wife made a big pot of chili yesterday. Oh, it's Sennheiser. Oh, my. Okay, so don't break that one. Don't break that one. Never pair one headset to multiple devices. I haven't heard a good story yet. Yeah. It should just work. It should just work. We're paired to two different devices. We're asking the world of it. Maybe one day we'll have that. That sort of technology. Not this day. Not this day. My. So I was reading up on some filtration stuff. Reading up on filtration. It's interesting that according to the way this guide is written and the way the wiki page about filters is written, basically when these filters run, the majority of your output goes to the unfiltered slot. And there's got to be some way to leverage that. I don't know. So I cleaned up my saves. Beardless lurk for working around the house. Roger that. We've been playing on this save. Over the weekend, I started a brutal save on Lunar. And I'm in. I'm at day 23. I'm successful. And then I started a regular save on Vulcan, and this one is successful so far. It's enclosed with atmosphere. I was able to drink and eat. Next thing is power. Power, water, food, chop, chop. So I'm having fun with that. What I really want to do is start a brutal save on Vulcan. So for those that don't know, when you start brutal, if you start a new world, pick one, doesn't matter. We're going to pick one, and then you can choose creative, easy, normal, or stationeer. This just determines what you respawn with if you die. So in the event of death, creative, basically, you respawn and you just respawn with all your shit, and it's not a big issue. Easy, you respawn, not an issue, and you can eat and drink through your helmet. Normal, you cannot eat and drink through your helmet, and you respawn with limited stuff. Stationeer, you respawn with no suit, no equipment, and yeah, you're gonna have a bad time if you take the wrong breath. But so I've been playing normal, which I feel like is okay. And you have your standard start, which has all this stuff. All this stuff on the lander. So you still haven't gotten a working airlock that doesn't take 100,000 minutes to pressurize and depressurize. Try easy to get the hang of things and then jump to harder. You just need to get good like them. So then brutal, you start with water and food and very few things. Very few things. So I was able to get a lunar brutal start. I got a plan put together after about 8-10 tries. Okay, let's put it that way. I was able to get a brutal start on the moon. And that was fun. I think what we're going to do today is we're going to play on a regular lunar save. It's got 267 days. It's a long time. It's one we've been working on where we did the trading and whatnot. There's been a lot of deaths on this one. This is a learning experience. This is a learning experience. What's up? I just noticed on the back of the rover and on the corner of that building, there's a red light. I need this in my life. Is that in here? Flashlight, flashing light. That's a yellow one, I guess. Pressure inside might need adjusted, or your control panel settings needs looked at. Yeah. Agreed, Damon. So there's two different kinds of locks. Like them. If you do one, so in the tutorial, they have you doing a 2 atmosphere lock. Atmosphere on both sides of the lock. So you have 2 active vents going to passive vents. But you can do, that's on an advanced airlock card. You can do the basic airlock card, which is what you start with in the moon, I believe. Yeah, if you do a single active one to a passive vent inside your base, because you don't have an atmosphere outside, for instance, on the moon, then the way to speed it up is add more passive vents. So each grid in this game, the game looks at it, each block, each grid is just the same as one of these frames, has its own atmosphere. So if you go inside your base, everywhere there's a block, there's an atmosphere. So what you can do is, say, for instance, up in the ceiling, you got your active vent in the airlock here. You put a passive vent here and then keep connecting pipes to a passive vent here and a passive vent here and a passive vent here. You get 3 or 4 of those and they'll go pretty quick. That'll help. But if you really want to have control over it, you do an advanced airlock so that you have 2 active vents. On the moon, you would set because then you can set the pressure. Let me go show you this. I don't know if I don't think I have the disc on me. It's not in here. at the top, when you go to set this with an advanced airlock, there'll be a pressure over here and a pressure over here for the interior and exterior pressures, and you can set those yourself. So I do an advanced airlock here on the moon so that I have this guy going outside. It just goes directly outside on one passive vent, okay? So the active goes into the passive, and basically it's not going to do anything. All it does is give me the opportunity to be able to access the functionality of that advanced airlock. And then on the inside, I've got, here, let's show you. On the inside, I have this vent going to a pipe, which you can't see, that goes right here, this passive vent, and that vent, and this vent, and this vent. So I've got 4 different ones in 4 different blocks, and that thing runs pretty quick. Now, the only thing you got to make sure that you have is that your pressure differential from the time that you open up the lock to the whatever you're going to isn't greater than, like, I think 100 kilopascal. I'm sorry, 100. Yeah, 100K, 100 kilopascals. So if it is over 100 kilopascals, then the walls won't be able to handle that pressure. So what I've done, although I have 55 kilopascals inside here for my atmosphere, I set this, which you can't see it without the thing, but I set it so that the, where the fuck's it at? Is it in my bag? I'm carrying it around. Jesus Christ. All right, hang on. So if we throw this in here, you can see I set the outside to 0 because there's no atmosphere, and I set the inside to 30. You could set it down as low as 20 if you wanted. So when it's trying to build pressure in there, because 20 is the lowest that you can have with your hood open. But you can set it to 20 or whatever you want, and then basically as soon as it gets to that pressure, building up to that pressure, then it's going to open the doors. There'll be a little windy, whooshy stuff. But yeah, you can do 50, 60, 80 kilopascals of difference, and you'd be fine. I've tried that in a bit. Yeah, without the advanced airlock, you don't get the option to be able to adjust these. It has to be this advanced airlock card. For the regular airlock, you can see them. It'll be like 0 and 100 or something. But it doesn't give you the option of adjusting them. And you don't have the shit to make it yet, so passive to start. You should be able to make it, man. You should be able to make it. This is atmospheric stuff. So the active vent is iron, gold, and copper. The passive vent is just iron. The advanced card, advanced airlock circuit board, is iron, gold, and copper. So, I mean, that's, you throw that in a arc furnace and you can do it. You start off with, you start your base with the other one and it's going to be slow, but then within, I mean, that's like one of the first things I would want to do, personally. You don't have an electronics printer yet. Electronics printer is like the first thing you do. You are basic. He's basic, bitch. Basic, bitch. You'll get there. I have great faith in you. These things are over here jerking, shimmying like a dog shit in a peach seed. Terrible. Shivering. All right. You'll get there. I'm having fun with this game, man. Just gonna go easy for now and then jump to harder saves after. That'll give me time to definitely. The learning curve is so steep, but then once you've got the learning curve down for like the start of it, then it's not a big deal at all. Not a big deal at all. Took me way more than I ever expected. Me too. I fully expected I was going to play this game and be like, yep, there's another one that it's just like, meh, I don't know. But not so. I got to sneeze. Whew.
Cheer 10 ACHO.
Oh. And gave us the audio of it. She got excited there for a minute. Anyway, moving on. This is really making me want to go do other stuff, man. But I said I was going to do filtration stuff today, so we got to do that. We got to do that.
Cheer 10 I was not XEO.
Thank you, Ada. You're a child? You're my kind of child. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, I started building filters. Do I have them on me? Why don't I have...
Cheer 10 muted?
Hydration critical.
There we go. There we go. So, I've got a hotkey that I do for... That was trippy. I was talking and you couldn't hear me. I've got a hotkey on my Touch Portal app that I can hit to mute myself. And that works great when I need to sneeze or something like that. Fart. I mute it when I fart. But burps, farts, and sneezes, those get muted. You're welcome. But then whenever I hit the button, you were talking, I took out my headphones and I put them back in. I thought that was on me. Yeah. Whenever I hit the hotkey, watch my screen. I'm sorry, hang on. Fuck's sake, hang on. If I'm on here and I hit it, I lose all my stuff. So if the game is focused, I lose all the stuff on my screen. So I have to come over to the side, click on something else so that that's in focus, and then I can do it and you can't hear me. Change the end game hotkey for it. Well, what I should do is just set Touch Portal so that it activates OBS. You know what I'm saying? Let's fix it right now. I can fix that. I can fix that. So let's see. It's wanting me to update. I'm not going to do it. We're on this page. And it's this button. There we go. So button state's on. I can fix him. We're going to mute the pod mic. Okay, so on this, what we need to do is add I don't know where it's at. It's a focus. Activate focus application. Process search token. Bring window or application to the foreground. Process search token. I don't think I need that part. This is not what I want. Oh, I'm basically over here dying. Hang on. Maybe we should pause that. Hang on. Values, logic, system and applications. I thought it was here. I want to focus application. It's the same thing. Well, maybe this isn't going to be as easy as I thought, or maybe I just don't understand that. It looks different than what it used to look, is what's throwing me off. Process search token. This thing was in game, just remove the keybind for. Yeah, I know. But yes, that would work. But I feel like the end all fix would be just say, hey, on button press, we're going to first focus on this application over here, and then we're going to do what we're supposed to do. Because I can do that. I've done it with other things before. And I don't know if they've changed something in here that was previous version or what. Activate or bring the window application to the foreground with process search token. Open documents. Activate window from running process path containing Photoshop. This is what I want. Activate application. Get an overview of all current running processes. Determine what the token is you need to use to activate the specific application. Check out the page navigation options as it has a button to show all current running processes. Use this list to determine what token part of the process path you need to use. Okay, so let's try this. Let's just go OBS. and I don't understand. Unless the game auto hides on alt tab, then you're fucked. Yeah. There used to be a thing in here, and maybe I'm just. There used to be a thing where it would just be a little drop down. So it would say all the different things that you have running, and it would, yeah. CPU. Add a dynamic text variable. I don't want to add a dynamic text variable. Okay. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Not going to worry about it right now. And I'm going to come back to this another time. I think it's over here. Yep. Let's move on. I swear there was something in there previously that would allow me to say, just focus on this application. No, I'm dying to find it. Yeah, the wording's weird, man. I just don't understand this process search token. Yeah, activate focus application. But it says process search token. I don't know. I don't understand what I'm supposed to put in there. And they don't have an example of that in their help document. Just select, yeah, but it doesn't. I have to choose one of these things. Let's go currency. And then I pull this up here into this area. We'll put it right there. Okay. So if I do this, yep, it immediately focused over there. So let's apply this. Save and close. Minimize here. Go back into the game. And then when I hit the button, didn't work. I may need to put something else in here. Wonder if it's yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. That's fine. I just need to remember that if I'm going to mute myself, I need to tab out over to another tab. Yep, if I just tab out over here and then I mute, then I was saying shit and you didn't know it. All right, it's fine. Moving on, we got shit to do. We need to drink. G'day, Maniac. How you doing? Let's get a drink. Food and drink. You're okay? Good. Good. Drinks are back here. I've got wheat. I've got wheat. I'm good, man. It's a fine and dandy, happy Monday morning. Paint. Can I make that? Did I put it in there? I don't think I put it in there. Put it here. It ate my flour. That's horseshit. God damn it. Ate my flour. I guess if you don't have enough, then it just uses it up. Spins it. Alright. Trying to get our one soybean to grow. I killed the first 3. These will be fine. As soon as they seed, we'll pull them out. We'll make the flour, and it'll be great. Okay. Oh, check the coffee cup. It's good. Segregate power systems and cables. I did that last time. No. All right. Complete gas filtration system. That's what we're working on right now. That's what we're working on. Food and water's good. Tools. Welder. It's a sheet. Pipe kit. Pipe kit. Screwdriver and 2 cable coil. All right. Okay. We're going to put the rest of these in, and then we'll do that part. We don't have to do them one at a time. This guy. Filtration. Probably don't need one on the last one, but we're going to do it anyway because we want to make sure that we don't have trouble. I think. Okay. And then it's pipe. Screwdriver. Cable. Take a bunch of paint. A bunch of pipe. Paints and pipes. I have one. I think I'm going to use insulated pipes. Use insulated pipes. That way I don't have to fight these things so much. How much do these things take? As far as power. 10 watts. Okay, that's fine. They're going to also need pumps and regulators and stuff. Pumps and regulators and stuff. Getting ready for Advent of Code. I mean, that'll be December. We're October 13th. We got a couple months. But yeah, month and a half. We'll be ready to go. Are you going to partake? Are you going to participate? I need a big tank. Progress using AI to code in the past year has been crazy. All the Christmas stuff out already is messing with my schedule. I've not seen any Christmas stuff yet. AOC was your first experiment with it? You gonna try to do some? Nice. For someone who is not a developer, it's quite a challenging puzzle for me. And so this will be the third year that I've attempted it. And so far, every year it's gotten a little easier. I mean, you know, it's not easy, but it's easier for me to get a little more deep into it. Most shops here have Xmas stuff for sale already. So there's the thing. I've not been out to any shops. I've not been out anywhere. That explains it. That explains it. So he's dissatisfied because hygiene, whatever. All right, so we got to pick out what we're going to put in each one. We also have to then paint them because I want to. Make the filters. And put in pipes. And like I said, we have to have regulators and all that shit. So basically what this is saying, Be aware that the filtration unit unrealistically has an infinitely powerful pump integrated into its output port. That means as long as it's turned on and there is gas to filter out from the input, it will pump that filtered out gas into the output pipe network, no matter how high the pressure in that output pipe network already is. So eventually that pipe network will burst around 60 megapascals, unless you provide some sort of pop-off valve. Example is a combination of back pressure regulator and a passive vent. Use a pipe analyzer and some logic to turn the filtration unit off when a certain amount of pressure is exceeded in the output pipe network. Or use the onboard IC10 and a data connection to the output. The issue with that is, if you read further, it says that if the unit is turned off, then the onboard IC10 is turned off as well. So it's not capable of turning the unit back on once output pressure drops. So although it has the IC10 on board, which is in here, is that right? Yeah. Although it has this, it's a little, you don't want, I would say you don't want to use this onboard to turn this unit on and off. You would want to have something else somewhere. So let's think about our gases. We'll have a big tank over here. I don't know. I want like a big tank here for atmosphere. We're going to say all atmospheric gases go in here. Change the mode instead of powering it off. That makes sense. Let's get some paint and pipe. Paint and pipe. I guess while we're in here, I could take my hat off, huh? Get naked. Get naked. Pipage. Insulated. Take 5 of these in order to be able to do a big tank, which I want one of those. Copper, steel, silicon. Let's just throw this shit inside here. Silver, iron, copper. I'm out of silicon. Do I have it on me? Or maybe it's in one of these. Not there. Do I need to go do some mining? I don't want to go do mining. I've got iron. I've got 1 stack of silicon. Oh, and there was copper in there. Great. Well, we'll wait on it. We will wait on it. That goes there. Got more copper. We can make steel if we have to. Okay. So in game, oxygen's white, carbon dioxide's gray, pollutant is yellow, nitrous oxide's green, Nitrogen's black. Volatiles red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the 3 gases that we want to filter out. And then we can leave like our atmospheric tank orange, I guess. Or maybe we'll make it blue. No, blue's water. Maybe we'll paint stripes on it. Can't do that. So white, gray, yellow, black, red, green. There's those. We're going to need a bunch of silicon. As soon as this is done, it's going to take forever. I wonder how much copper is in there. It's full. Fucking lovely. All right. I want to stay on top of these so that I don't lose them. In particular, the soybean. I'm pretty sure I can put some IC stuff on this so that it will automatically go if there's something in the hopper. It's connected. Let's look at that. Pick one. Hydroponics, power, room atmospherics. Almost feel like I should have another chip for it. Make a chip. Make a chip. Make a chip. Okay. Some gold. I don't have any. Do you have any gold? Got everything. Pop it out there. Hey, there's silicon too. Uh-oh. Somebody's being sneaky. Steel. So I need 5 of these. I have 3 right there. Let's make 2. Because it takes 5 to make the big tank. And I want a big tank to store all the stuff. Okay. And then we'll make some pipe. What do we want to call this thing? I didn't name it. Evidently, I won't be able to. There we go. Let's go, furnaces. Okay. So let's see. Arc furnace. Have this hash. Idle recipe import count. Maybe we can do this. Import count greater than 0. Then we want to activate. Let's try that. So let's grab this hash. And is it yield? Did I spell it wrong? There we go. And then we want this hash. Actually, we want set register 0, this hash. I don't know if that'll work. And then it's the item count. What was the import count? And then if branch is greater than, let me say R0 greater than 0, then we're going to do activate. And activate will be set to activate probably 1. I don't know. It's not in here. Activates on read write. It's got to be activate 1. Let's try that. So let's confirm this and export that and then turn this thing on. Unrecognizable instruction at line 8. Oh. Incorrect variable at line 2. Okay. Maybe you can't use the hash because it could be more than one. So let's set arc furnace as an alias and see if it'll take that. Incorrect variable line 4. Set R0 arc furnace import count. So I'm doing something wrong there. Let's see. Let's go IC set store, whatever. No, I don't want bullshit. I wonder if I'm trying to do too much in one line. Oh, it's L. It's label. Label R0. And then we set. Here, if we're going to deconstruct it. Let's export that. What now? Incorrect variable at line 9. Oh. So let's see if we can use that hash. No. Cannot. Phase. I think it's working. Welcome in, Phase Lotta. Welcome in. How are you, friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's morning for me. It's morning. I'm perfectly kosher with calling it your evening, for sure. How goes, my friend? Playing some Factorio today. Been playing this a lot. I saw it had an update. Is it good? So, regression, they basically, good dude starting to get a feel for Agora. Nice. Fulgora is this regression. I'll come right back to that, okay? Fulgora is this really cool little puzzle to solve. As long as you keep it moving, then you just get like free stuff forever. So that's awesome. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun. So what planets have you been? Have you been to all of the planets, or is that your first one? I'm not sure where you're at on your playthrough. Regression, as far as this game goes, historically there had been some issues with like multiplayer stuff, and all the terrain was why I got stuck on this word the other day. This exact same scenario. Basically, the terrain was generated as the game was being played, and it was creating problems. And historically, they've done like regular updates to this game every 2 to 3 weeks. So procedural generation. That's what I'm trying to get at there. Procedural generation. So historically, they did regular updates back in the first quarter of this year. In the first quarter of this year, they stopped doing regular updates and went and did this massive reprogramming from kind of the bottom up of the terrain generation, and it solved some of the problems that they had. So the update itself basically gives us static surfaces to deal with. You gotta go. Lurk over food. Have a good stream. Thank you so much, FaZe. Sorry, I had 2 different questions at once. I was trying to answer them, and I'm going too long on the other one. Thank you for the raid. If y'all ain't already done so, go give FaZe a follow. Just click on his name right there in chat, and there will be the option for you to follow him. You should do that if you haven't already done it. Good on Vulcanus. Thank you for the shout out there. Good on Vulcanus. Gleb is now done. Never going back. And I'm now in Fagora. Still a planet or 2 to go, it seems. Yes. Nice. So yeah, the terrain generation update that they did at the middle/end of September has evidently solved a bunch of the problems that they had with stuff. And now they're back on schedule to do regular updates. Supposedly there's supposed to be a regular update coming out within the next week or so. So I had never played this game until about 3 weeks ago. Not only, if you've ever played Factorio or Satisfactory or one of those type games, not only is this a really cool sandbox to just build stuff and do things with it, I think it's extremely well done. It looks cool. Whenever you, like, everything that's here, I built. And it looks like a space base. You know, when you get done, it like, oh, yeah, I think people would live here if they were living on the fucking moon.
Hydration critical.
You know? So there's that, but there's also, it can be quite challenging. There's a steep learning curve for trying to get started. Gotta harvest some plants here. No, I need my seeds. That's the one thing we're missing here is seeds. So anyway, not only is it a a great sandbox, but it's also this really kind of difficult puzzle to solve for survival if you set it up right. You can set it up so where you're in creative mode where it's far more easy. So you have the survival aspect, and then you also have the unknowns of what's coming. So there's rockets, and when I say rockets, it's not like, oh, you build a rocket and then it just goes and does its thing. No, you have to like do testing on propulsion, and you have to program it, and you have to make sure that all the parameters are set right. I've seen it. I've seen a little bit of rocketry done. So there's that, and then you can get resources from that. The plants that I'm doing, there's probably 12 different plants that you can grow. And then not only can you grow them and make all sorts of foods and everything out of them, some of them require different atmospheres, so you have to do different things in order to make sure that they have the right environment to grow in. But then there's also some bioengineering. You do DNA samples and you can make your plants grow better. Not done any of that yet. So, and then there's trading. I started trading out there. I've got a platform, and that's actually a ship sitting on the platform right now. The little guy's standing there. He's waiting on me to come out and trade with him. Basically, I'm holding him hostage. He's got good stuff, and I won't let him leave until I'm done with him. And but yeah, the whole trading aspect, there's lots of things to do. And the game's in EA, so there's lots of things in the future that may come along. So I'm, for a game in my mind that's really well done and provides it scratches a lot of itches for someone who likes to solve problems and play in the sandbox. And yeah, plus everything else. It's good. Or use less water and more toxic resistance and much more. Yes, for the bioengineering stuff for your plants. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff you can do. And they're going to make a Terraform DLC. Very cool. Do we have anything else in here? No. Okay. We're going to throw this in here. I think. Here. Run that. Close that. Okay, it's done. We got 60 grams of flour. So if we put that in here, cook that, then we'll shut the hood. Man, I wish I wouldn't have, hey, I get a bar. Let's put this bar in here for now. That's fine. Let's go ahead and eat this. Let's shut the refrigerator so we don't get in trouble. Thriving towards seeding. I need these beans. I need to build more stuff is what I need to do. All right, so we got some silicon out of this. That's going to help a lot. I can chunk a bunch of stuff in here. Oh, it's trying to... I need to set that so that it's not... Let's add one more line of code here. Oh, and there's coding too. It looks decent. I'm having an absolute blast with this. If you like the same, you know what I play. You know what I play. You know what I do. If you like the same kind of games I do, be warned. I currently, in the last, let's see, Wednesday will be 3 weeks. So I've got a good 30 hours that I'm going to put in between now and Wednesday. Yeah, I've got 208 hours so far on this game in the last less than 3 weeks. So be warned. Not addicted. So if the register... Why does it keep activating? Is there something in there? It shouldn't run activate if there's nothing in there. If it's greater than 0, then it's good. Import count should be none right now. All right, let's do this. Let's go edit. Look here. I want to do greater than or equal to. I don't think you can do greater than or equal to. When looking for a speed run, found this Stationeers Vulcan Hyperthermia Death Speed Run. Wait a minute, Vulcan Hypothermia. Hypothermia, not. So Vulcan is a volcanic planet orbiting around a black hole, and it's super hot. Maybe it's hyperthermia. Yeah. Or maybe they're trying to get cold. Yeah, maybe that's what they're trying to get cold on Vulcan. Yeah. That would be what makes it a challenge. I mean, honestly, I think it's a super simple solution. You hop out of, because, well, if you do it on brutal settings, that would be the thing. If you do it on brutal settings, then you don't get the liquid nitrogen. If you do it on regular settings, they give you a bottle of liquid nitrogen. So you just make a room, go in there, open the valve on it, and freeze the shit out of everything. It was 3 months old, maybe no longer relevant. Maybe. You never know. Now you got me curious. So I did a regular start on Vulcan over the weekend in an attempt to try and get started there because it's super hard. And yeah, I got to the point where I have an enclosed area with an airlock and some atmosphere, and I was able to open my hood and get a drink and eat. And I saved it and called that good. Sounds like Spoon type of speed run. Yeah. I went and looked. There's no official speedrun stuff on speedrun.com for stationeers. We may have to change that. All right. So let's think about this. So we're going to label register 0 with the import count. If that is greater than 0, we're going to activate. If it's not, then we should just run this script. If we activate, we set activate to 1, and then we go back to start. So why is that button continuing to press and press and press? There's got to be something in there. I wonder if I've put something in there that's not supposed to go in that furnace, and it's trying to... Let's go outside and see what we can find. Space pack seeds, put those here. Let's check our soybeans before we go. Please tell me they're done. Still going towards seeding. All right. Let's eat this bar. Okay. That allows me to be a little more hydrated. Close this. This on. Put this on. Lids closed. Filter on. rid of that shit. Filters on. Filters are okay. Life support batteries are not great. We were gonna make some pipe here. How much pipe can you make, man? Oh, I need this in here. Let's go insulated.
Oxygen low.
Oxygen low.
Oxygen critical.
Turn our filter on. That'll help. Insulated pipe. How much can we make? Oh, that's going to make a lot of pipe, but I kind of need all that. I was going to put a stacker over here. Let's make a